Hi, I'm Dan, Family White TV, and I apologize for the poor audio quality because my good microphone is in this box. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Blue Yeti USB microphone in satin ruby. So this is the box it came in. I've resisted all temptation, just like Dr. Strangelove, to open up this box. I've been wanting to open it up, but now I got the video all set up and we're ready to go. So this is how it came from the shipping company everybody loves. Yep, Jeff Bezos just got a little bit more money from me, and Blue Yeti did too. So, unboxed here. Here's what it looks like inside. All nice, clear plastic pillows. Yeah. And here is the microphone. Oh, not boxed all the way around in that stuff. There is no padding on the bottom, but here's the back of the box. And is that the back of the box too? Is there a front to the... Alright, I guess this must be the front of the box. And there's wonderful pictures of Yetis all over it. So, I won't bore you by reading the box. Let's just open it right up. Looks like it's frustration free. There's no horrible stickers all over it, making it hard to open up. So, am I opening? No, I'm pretty sure this is not upside down. Okay, so there's a box within the box. This is like the Russian doll version of the Blue Yeti USB microphone. Alright, maybe I'll just leave this right there. Alright, so here's the box within the box. That was within the box. See, you're getting 3 unboxings for one today. This is a great value, no extra charge for you. So, alright, there is some tape on this one. And here's where the frustration packaging. Alright, here we go. Alright, a little bit there. Open up. Alright, oh, I see. It goes this way. Here, let's get this one out of the way here. So, open the door. See what's behind the white door. And we have a USB cable, and we have a manual, and we have the microphone. It's upside down. Let's pull this out the rest of the way here. Alright, nothing else in the box here. So here, oh wait, no. So here's the microphone. Lovely packaging here. Alright, it comes encased in this white kind of snow-ish, since it's a Yeti, this styrofoam packaging here. And comes with a bag of candy. Oh wait, it says do not eat. Alright, this is the do not eat kind. Don't eat this. Although on the 11th season of Mystery Science Theater 3000, they did invent the silica gel cereal with edible packets like these that you can eat, but they do put one inedible one in there, just so make sure you don't eat that one. But here is the microphone. Ta-da! So this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be when I initially saw it. Now I did see some other people with it. I was expecting something smaller, but this is very substantial. Take it off there, and I should probably go ahead and plug it in so you don't have to suffer with this horrible audio quality. But the chassis, yep, that is metal. It feels like metal. It pings like metal. It's got this nice blue color here. The knob feels... Alright, honest opinion, the knob feels a little cheap. It doesn't have a very... I can hear it kind of rubbing in there. So, the knob, with the rest of the, like all these metal parts here, I'm kind of surprised at this rather chintzy feeling knob here. But anyhow, here's the rest of the microphone here. There's a mute button, which from some reviews, we'll see how it goes. And then there's some buttons on here that has a nice click to it. And here's a gain knob back here. Let's see. All right, So we'll take our USB cord out here. Okay, some other things on here. There is a headphone output on the bottom. Presumably, I should read the manual. Alright, so the Blue Yeti comes with a triple capsule array. Okay, so this is a triple cardioid capsule, so there's 3 different microphones in here for different options. You have stereo, cardioid, omnidirectional, and bidirectional. There is a microphone gain knob in the back here, so that's going to be the one marked gain. And also this one is the one that you use to select the different options here. This front one is a volume control for the headphones, and then there's a mute button right here. And these 2 set screws here, the microphone moves kind of freely, but all you gotta do, tighten these down, and it gets even tighter there, up to the point where it's still a little bit loose there, but tighten it down really good, and it still moves a little bit, but should work pretty well. I mean, depending on how tight you want to make it. Also, there's a nice screw-on bottom thing here if you want to use it with a microphone boom of some sort. And the reason for this microphone port, or this headphone port on the microphone, this enables real-time monitoring. There's no delay or anything like that. It's just going to be the pure unprocessed sound coming from the actual microphone, so that if you need that instantaneous, what do I sound like, then you can have that from this port right there. Windows XP. Alright, this manual actually has Windows XP options, so if you're one of those people who didn't want to cry but you actually do still have Windows XP, well, I guess they support Windows XP. And Windows Vista, and Windows 7, and Windows 8, and Apple Macintosh 10.4.11 or higher. So what can I do with the Yeti? Well, okay, so the 4 settings. Here, let me get this box out of your way. So, the 4 settings that you have on here. Stereo is, it's going to get everything from everywhere. It's going to be a stereo pickup so that you can have stereo sound. The cardioid is mainly going to pick up from the front of the microphone, kind of in a pattern like this. Now, omnidirectional is just going to pick up everywhere. And it doesn't say, but I assume that's going to be a mono pickup. It'll just pick up sound equally from everywhere. And then there's also a bidirectional setting, which what that is saying, or what the diagram here is showing, is that you can have it like this, and it's going to point this way and this way. So if you're doing an interview with 2 people, you can be a guy on one side, and then you can have another guy chatting back at you on the other side here, and it'll pick up both those sides really well. And then there's some frequency response charts in here. I'm actually curious how low this will go, because I have a very large, very deep subwoofer that I use for my home theater. It goes down to roughly 11 hertz is its tuning point. But I've always wondered, I'd always wanted to be able to record sound with a microphone capable of going really low. So I'm interested in to see how low this will go. So we'll be doing some tests to see how that goes. Alright, so now let's hook this up. Installation of the Blue Yeti microphone is actually very simple. My copy of Windows 10 actually detected it and automatically set it as the default device. But if it doesn't do that for you, all you have to do is right-click on the speaker icon, click Recording Devices, find your Blue Yeti microphone, and click Set Default. Having done that, your Blue Yeti microphone is now ready to use. And that's all there is to installation. Okay, so I got my microphone all set up. I played with it a little bit, but now I need to make a pop filter. So I have myself a can of Big Bull Chef Boyardee, and I didn't start the recording for, stupid mistake, so you don't get to see me cutting it off, but got the ring off there, and also cut the top off the lid. Basically it comes with a nice little plastic lid. Cut the top off, and so now I have a nice little ring that will fit into this lid. Now I just need a sock. Okay, I got my sock cut up now, so now I just have to put it over my ring. we go, and I'll put the little plastic ring over it. And there's our pop filter, so let's see how it works, and I'll clean this up a little bit later. Alright, got my pop filter now. Got it all cleaned up, looking nice. Still have to figure out how to mount it, but it seems to work pretty well. So if I get up to the microphone, I'm going pop, 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 pop. See, it makes a huge difference there. So that should help with the pops. It should help with the Fs, 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 F, and the pops, pop, 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 pop. One other thing I have in addition to the little DIY pop filter, I also have this is basically a little piece of foam down here that it's setting on, similar to this foam here, nice and squishy, so that when I tap the desk, it's not as bad as if it's sitting directly on the desk. So that kind of works as a poor man's shock mount. Alright, so now we'll listen to some of the different modes this microphone has. Right now it's in cardioid, so it's directing most of the sensitivity up towards the front. So if I pick it up and I rotate it around, you're probably going to hear my voice go down a little bit as it rotates away from me. And then as I continue talking, I rotate it back, you're going to hear some more gain, followed by loss of gain as it goes around. And then if I turn it completely around, I should have even less, and I can even hear my headphones. My voice is getting quite muffled now since I'm running away from it. So since it's turned around, I'm going to turn it into the interview mode where it's going both ways. And now it's going both ways, and now I should be able to hear myself, and I do hear myself more clearly here. When I turn it over to the side, it's going to go down a little bit in sensitivity until I get it up back towards the front, and then we're going to be able to hear my voice clearly again. Now we'll go to the omnidirectional mode. Now in omnidirectional mode, it's supposed to pick up equally all the way around, so I should be able to just rotate the microphone around like this. I'm just going to keep talking, and we should not hear any variance in the volume or the quality of my voice. I'm just turning it around, and it seems to be picking up fairly well. I'm not noticing any differences in my headphones as I do this. Now for the stereo mode. So now I have the Blue Yeti microphone in stereo mode, and you'll notice that as I rotate it around, you're going to hear me go onto one side, and now once I get it over around the back, you're going to hear me on both sides again, and then as I keep going around, you're going to hear me on the other side, and then, of course, back into the center. Here's the Blue Yeti near field without noise. Here's my webcam near field without noise. And here's my smartphone near field without noise. Here's my Blue Yeti near field with noise in the room. Here's my webcam near field with noise in the room. And here's my smartphone near field with noise in the room. Now here's my smartphone about 2 feet away without noise in the room. And this is my Blue Yeti about 2 feet away without noise in the room. And here's my webcam about 2 feet away without noise in the room. Here's my Blue Yeti across the room without noise. Here's my smartphone across the room without noise. And here's my webcam from across the room without noise. And here's my Blue Yeti from across the room with maximum sensitivity and without noise. Here's my Blue Yeti from across the room with noise. And here's my webcam microphone from across the room with noise, and the webcam is turned up to maximum sensitivity. And here's my smartphone from across the room with noise. Now, one thing I noticed about this microphone early on is that it is very sensitive when you turn it up. So if I turn this all the way up, you're going to hear all sorts of sounds around the room. I have to turn things off. You even heard my arm coming up off this thing here. I have to turn off the fan. I have a dehumidifier. If the refrigerator going, that just wreaks havoc. And you're hearing this clicking in the background. Yeah, that is the water cooler inside my computer. That's the way it's mounted. There's a bubble that gets trapped there, and there's not really much I can do with about that. That's a different video entirely. Anyhow. But even just outside in the hall, you can hear all sorts of things when I have this turned up. So this is as loud as it goes in Windows, unless you use some sort of external gain thing. Right, this way, and I think I'm in stereo mode right now. Let me turn it back over to cardioid. Okay, so now I'm in cardioid, and I'm just going to walk all the way over to the other side of the room here. And you're hearing all this other wonderful little noise. So I can be all the way over here. I'm actually not really talking very loud, maybe a little bit softer than conversational tone, but still it's picking up everything I'm saying very well, but also it's picking up all the noise in the room. So if you're using it for something like this, you need to be able to make your room nice and quiet. Like if I turn my dehumidifier on, get the fan going. Yeah, that's a lot of noise. So if for some reason you do have to run in a very high sensitivity mode, you also have to be very cognizant of any noise that's going on in the room, because you are going to hear everything. I mean, this microphone is incredibly sensitive when you have the gain turned all the way up like it is now. Now we're going to be doing a bass test with the microphone. Yeah, I know this thing looks really chintzy, but it works. But so, what do I think about the Blue Yeti microphone? Overall, I'm very happy with it. The pros of this microphone is it's very sensitive. It can, if you turn up the sensitivity knob, you can hear noises from across the room and lots of other places very easily. It does sound great. And if you need to, you can run it through some sort of post-processing program in order to get the sound that you're looking for. Maybe run it through equalization, something like that. And also it has great versatility in the pickup patterns, whether you just want something to speak into all by yourself, if you want to do an interview, if you want to do stereo sound, or just an omni-range type pickup. The cons are it's very sensitive. That's both a pro and a con. If you have noise issues in the room, and you're not going to be speaking directly into it like this, then yes, you're going to need to be able to control that noise somehow, or set up maybe some sort of a studio if you're really getting serious about stuff like this. Also it's going to pick up keyboard noise. Like if I'm hammering away on my keyboard, it's like if you're a gamer and you're gaming and you have a mechanical keyboard. I don't have a mechanical keyboard, but if you did have a mechanical keyboard, it'll be even louder than that. So that's something that you'll also have to think about. So there's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And thanks for watching.